Now we're going to practice body crushing drills. Oda Sensei had watched how a butcher had nailed an eel up against a board so that it couldn't do anything with the lower part of its body. And that's what this is. It's like an eel drill. You're the nail up against the side of the head. Use the side of the upper part of your body to crunch. Here it is from different positions. And your legs push. Here's the half frog, which pushes against one side. And now Lo is showing us where the pressure is. Crushing while locking the arm. Lock the opponent's arm against your chest, crush it against his chest, do a half frog, and a crushing action. And this shows the half frog crush against the head. Controlling by gripping the uke or opponent's lapel. Catch opponent's lapel, reach under his arm, grip your own belt, half frog for a crush. Then sit through Ushiro Kesa, another crush. Now come over the top for Tate Shiho, grip the pants, arm bar. Another arm bar. And another arm bar. One more arm bar. Catch the opponent's lapel. Catch your own belt from behind. Half frog. Underneath, catch the opponent's lapel. While you're in a Tate Shiho position, arm bar. Over the top again. Another arm bar. Another side, arm bar. Controlling opponent by gripping Tori's own lapel. Reach through, grab your lapel, reach in deep, catch there, spread. Reach through, catch your lapel, double frog, squeeze. Catch your lapel, reach very deep, squeeze. In slow motion, reach through as deep as you can. Now squeeze and press with the double frog legs. Look at that head crush. This is a variation. Here you reach through on the opposite side and grab your lapel. The other hand comes under the opponent's arm, grabs your belt, and now with a half frog, you do a crush against the head. Then sit through Ushiro Gatame, another crush. Over the top for Tate Shiho, arm bar. Another arm bar. This variation, you lean forward, catch your own lapel, crush. The other side, crush again. Now from Kesa Gatame, reach underneath and catch your lapel. Your right knee's in the side and you're going to stretch forward. Sit through, crush again. Sit through, crush again. Now, leaning forward, you catch your lapel and spread forward. That crushes. Sitting here and crushing again. Reach through, catch the lapel, stretch forward, sit through, Kesa, tight. Now in slow motion, you come forward so you can catch your lapel. Stretch out with your hand and your leg. That starts tightening up on the neck. Sit through, bring your leg through, under the thigh, and crush. Look at that face. Control gripping Tori's belt or obi. Reaches under, catches his belt, stretch out, Kuzure Kami Shiho. Right. Okay. Underneath, catch your own obi, stretch out, pressure. Now in slow motion, reach under the opponent's head, grab your obi, cinching the head. Your other arm comes under his arm and catches your belt from the other side. With a half a frog, you now squeeze and press against the head. Reach under, catch your obi, stretch out, sit through, Ushiro Kesa. Now, over the top, still holding the obi, Tate Shiho. Here's a freeze frame on gripping the obi from under the head. Crushing in the half frog position. Stretch out, sit through, Ushiro Kesa. Now, over the top, crushing in Tate Shiho. Counter to Kata Guruma by gripping your own belt. Gaishi. Opponent sticks his head under, catch your obi, Osotogari. In slow motion, as the opponent tries Kata Guruma, reach under the head, grab your belt, locking the head. Then, doing an Osotogari or twisting, throw him to the ground, still controlling the head. Lean forward for a crush. Kata Guruma catches his own obi, takes him down. Kata Guruma Gaishi comes in, catches his belt, Osoto. Kesa Gatame, the cross chest hold. This is the fundamental hold that we start with. Oda Sensei says we start with Kesa and everything ends with Kesa. Sensei showing the position, 90-degree bend in the legs. The back leg is used for support, and here he's arching up for pressure. In this case, see how he has his leg back there for pushing? He's holding his own trousers and knee, and he crunches against the opponent. Now he's going to put more pressure on, holding his own wrist. He's going to start to arch and lean into the head. There was a crunch. He sits here, holds his leg, crunches again, holds tight, crunches hard. There we are. Now he grabs his trousers from the outside or from the inside and crunches against the side of the head. See how tight that space is? Now he pushes the elbow against the head, shifts into Kata Gatame, the shoulder hold. Grabs his own wrist. That was another crunch. Now he's holding the shoulder and his wrist. This is a very tight crunch. Now he grabs his own jacket. Still keeps the bend in the legs. Thigh under there. Now entering. Notice he puts his thigh under the shoulder so the opponent cannot turn towards him. Then leans in and crunches. Then leans forward, another crunch. It's back in position, goes into Kata Gatame, grabs his own wrist, leans forward, squeezes. Here he turns the opponent over, opponent was on the top, rolls him over, shifts into Kesa Gatame, thigh, under the shoulder, grabs his trousers, and holds. Another shot of the opponent over the top, catches an elbow, pushes up on the other side, rolls the opponent over, and slides into position with his thigh under the shoulder. Kesa Gatame escapes. Okay, in this first one, he twists the opponent, grabs the elbow, bridges, and rolls over. Then he goes into a crushing hold. Pushes the shoulder, pulls on the elbow, then cups the elbow with both hands, bridges, turns him over, comes in with a double frog and crushes. Pushes, grabs the elbow, over the side, arches, bridges, over the top, comes into Yoko Shiho Gatame, and he crushes. Again, another view of this. With the twisting, catching the elbow, pulling him over, bridging, and crushing. Now here's a variation. Opponent has Kesa, pulls the elbow over the top, reaches around, catches the jacket, leg over the top, and strangles. Now here's another variation. In this case, we grab the belt, push to the right, then to the left. Now this is very important. He gets the belt with both hands, push to the right, then counter-react and rotate to the left. Now another variation. In this case, like a Humpty Dumpty. You're just going to push the opponent back. Pull your legs out of the way. Pull the back with one hand. Push the shoulder with the other. But your legs have to shift out of the way. Here's a view of that. He turns the legs out of the way and then sits up. Here's another Humpty Dumpty. In this case, he grabs his own trousers. This is just a still shot. Now, catches the shoulder, kicks up and down. Another Humpty Dumpty. Just kicks up and reverses. There he goes. And another variation. Now, this is the strangulation one, except he's going to hook the leg with his own leg, catches the collar, hooks the arm, and pulls him back and strangles him. Now he pulls his head out from under the elbow, strangles, in slow motion. Gets out from under the elbow, hooks the arm, brings the leg over the top, reaches through, catches the lapel, pulls it across the neck, and arches. Ushiro Kesa Gatame, a rear Kesa. This way you're facing the opposite direction. Here he's holding the opponent's belt with his left hand, holding the elbow with the other, and he's crushing right up against the face. That's a crunch. Crunches again, puts it under the arm, arm bar. Now here's another variation. Now he holds his own lapel, holds the arm against his chest, catches the belt, leans back for an arm bar. Here it is in slow motion. Holds his own lapel, the arm is bent at an angle, presses back for an arm bar. It's also crunching at the same time. Now here's another variation. This is the standard Ushiro. He's got the arm here, but what he's doing, he's crunching against the head. Leans back, arches, leans back again. Now he's going to shift into Tate Shiho. Change position. That's actually a little arm bar there. This is an escape from Ushiro Kesa Gatame. The opponent holds you in Ushiro Kesa. Put your hands on the back, push them forward, bridge and roll, and into a hold. Hands on the back, bridge, push them forward, reverse, and into a hold and a crunch. Push them forward, bridge, into a crunch. This is in slow motion. Your hands behind the back, push them forward, counter reaction, bridge, turn them over, squeeze hard into the head for a crunch. Kata Gatame, the shoulder hold. We're starting off with a variant. The Tori had been in Kesa Gatame, pushes the opponent's arm across his head and squeezes tight, and that was a crush. And does a little bit of an arm bar. Pushes against and crushes again. Now, grabs his own wrist, leans forward, crushes with his right knee into the side, the other leg extended. This is an escape from Kata Gatame. We'll start out with the opponent holding you in Kata Gatame. Grab your fist, push it against the side of his head, sit up, put the arm under your leg, arm lock. Again, push against the head, hook the arm, turn him over. Now catch that upper arm, arm lock. In slow motion. Push against the head, swing to the side, pull him over the top. Now grab his arm, just as he breaks away there. Catch the wrist, push it back for an arm lock. This is a modified Yoko Shiho Gatame, side four corner hold. In this case, he captures the arm with his leg, reaches in deep, catches the shoulder, and reaches in there and crunches. Here's another variation. Here he just reaches in very deep under the head, catches the shoulder, crunches. There's a close-up of it. Now in slow motion, reaches through very deep, catches the shoulder, uses his double frog leg to push, crunches against the side of the head. Now another variation. In this case, he's going to hold his own lapel. Bends forward, catches his own lapel, reaches through, catches the shoulder, right, and crunches. Here it is in slow motion. Bends forward, he has his own lapel, reaches as deep as he can with his left arm, catches the shoulder, pushes with his frog legs, and crunches. Squeeze. There we have it. Escape from Yoko Shiho Gatame. The opponent applies a classical Yoko Shiho holding your belt. You push his head away, bring your leg over the top, figure four. That's already hurting. Then an arm bar, coil arm bar or a straight arm bar through the back. There's the shoulder lock. Let's see this again. Push the head, hook, figure four, shoulder lock, arm coil. Now in slow motion, push the head. Turn your hips to the side so you can bring your leg over the top. And a sankaku or figure four. That puts pressure on right there. Take the arm, lift it up. That's a shoulder lock. Bend it to the back, and you now have an arm coil. Your arm goes around the elbow, bend the arm up, now a variation of this. This is choking. Hand in the neck, leg over the top. This is Kuzure Kami Shiho Gatame, modified upper four corner hold. In this case, your body is diagonal to the opponent's. Your left hand grips his belt, your right hand comes under his right hand and grips your belt. Do a half frog for pressure. Now here, reach around, catch your own belt, half frog for pressure, makes the opponent give up. Now here's a variation. Come around and grip your own belt. This is really tight around the neck. Catch your own arm around the other side. There. Half frog and pain. And another variation. Here you grab the belt from underneath with both hands and cross your wrists. Then pull in real tight And that's a pin with a double frog. Single frog, look how it crushes the face. Here it is in slow motion. It's rolling over so you can see the hands on the belt. You try to cross your wrists. Then pull in real tight. That puts your chest against the opponent's. Here you are in a double frog position. Now as you go to a single frog, watch the pressure against the head. And another variation. Here we start out like Ushiro Kesa. Hold the belt, take the arm, put it behind his back, catch the wrist, and that's an arm lock. Put it behind the back, pull the hand through behind his back, press half frog. Catching the arm, putting it behind the back. That's an arm lock. Controlling the opponent with a double lapel holding. Yeah. Grab lapel, spread it, sit back, put your chin, squeeze in tight, come around under the arm, and grab your obi. Catch it. And turn them over. Another way to turn them over, catch the lapels, just drop down, turn around, shinny your legs out, and you're into the hold. An escape from Kuzure Kame Shiho Gatame. The opponent has a hold here. Now with your left hand, reach over, catch your belt, swing around. Now you had his whole head cinched, half frog, and look at the pressure on the head. Another view. Kick your legs over so you can get your hand there. Get the belt. Keep turning, turning, turning. Half frog, pressure. Now a variation. Grab the belt. All right, pull one hand through, put it by the belly, turn the opponent over, and you're out. Here's a slow motion view of this. Pull one hand under, put it by the stomach, push up, turn him over. Now, as you do a half frog, you inflict pain. Look at the head crush there, right under the armpit. Kame Shiho Gatame, the upper four corner hold. That's the standard way. Reach through, catch the belt, legs bent like a double frog. Okay. Another variation. And he's squeezing against the face. Up high, bridge, squeeze in against the head. Okay. Half a frog. One leg bent, one leg out, squeeze in. Stretch more. Opponent gives up. Kame Shiho, catch the belt. Legs bent in. Squeeze, shinny up, press against the face. One leg out. Stretching. Rising. Escape from Kame Shiho Gatame. In the first case, we're going to be using Oda Sensei's mantis choke. One hand comes under the neck, leg comes over the top, and the other hands pull the leg down into the head. Now there's a close-up. There's a freeze frame. There's the hand under the neck, foot over the top, right hand catches a foot, left hand catches the ankle. And there's a crush, which chokes the opponent. Here it is in slow motion. Left hand's under the neck, foot comes over the top, right hand catches a foot, the left hand catches the ankle. And now a real close-up. There's the hand under the neck. Right hand catches the foot, and left hand catches the ankle. There's a freeze frame showing you the positions. And now another variation. In this case, you're going to reach up and crush the opponent's head against you. You grab your own wrist and squeeze in. Over the top, get your wrist. Swing your legs from one side to the other and use a half frog for the crush. Here's the slow motion. Grab your own wrist to squeeze. Bring your legs from one side to the other, creating an action and reaction. Now you turn your opponent over. You'll squeeze tight, do a half frog for pressure, and they'll give up. And another variation. This one is similar, except you're going to catch one arm in the bend of the arm. Your left arm catches a right in the bend, right arm bends back, and you roll over the right arm. Right. Again, you're going to go action and reaction by swinging your legs from one side to the other. And when you do the crush, you'll be in a half frog position. Swing one way, swing the other way, roll over the straight arm, crush to a half frog, squeeze in, and there's the pain. Tate Shiho Gatame, the vertical four-corner hold. In this variation, Sensei starts from Yoko Shiho, from the side, reaches over the shoulder around, captures the opponent's belt, and climbs over the top, putting his arms around the opponent's one arm, and that creates an arm bar. Pushes the arm up on one side of the neck, still holding the belt with his left, and he catches the arm, and that becomes an arm lock. Now we can do it on the other side of the neck. One arm is under the elbow, right, catches the belt. As he comes forward, that really hurts the arm. Another view of the arm lock. This is in slow motion. As the belt comes forward, puts an arm under the elbow. Now this is a variation. In this case, he goes under the opponent's neck and catches his own obi. This really crushes the neck. Then he reaches around, puts an arm under the other arm, and leans forward. Under the neck, catches his own obi, leans forward, starts to crush the head, reaches around, catches the other arm, and puts pressure on the elbow. Now another variation. This one, he grabs the opponent's arm and bends it around his neck like a lasso. So he's actually choking the opponent. Just pulls in on the wrist and chokes against the side and presses his head against the arm, which creates great pressure. Now slow motion. Catches the wrist, lower forearm, squeezes, comes down with his head, and there it is. Another variation. This one, you grab your opponent's lapel. Then your arm is under the elbow, and that creates an arm lock. Press forward. Now catch your own lapel. Press forward. This one, you're holding both the opponent's lapel and your own lapel. Press forward. And here's a freeze frame shot. He's gripping the opponent's lapel, comes around, an arm under the elbow, which creates a arm lock. Presses forward, and it's another arm lock. Escape from Tate Shiho Gatame. Pushes under the armpit, that way
And the next
and turns over with the leg. Tate Shiho, push under the arm, that way. Push under the elbow, lift up with the leg, and push. Gate from Tate Shiho.